Hey guys, ADHD here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this awesome Chucky dollhouse. A lot of you guys have been requesting this because of like the holidays and stuff, so I definitely wanted to build it for you guys. And I'm actually a huge fan of the movies, so I decided I would go ahead and do that. This one came out amazing. I really love the inside. I'll show you really quickly. So the downstairs area has a really big lobby. Normally on these like statue design houses, they're very tiny, but I love that this one has a lot of room. So this is the whole downstairs area. Then along the sides here in his arm, we have 3 different apartments, like little different rent, like different little like you know, guest rooms basically. Obviously they can't live there forever, but just like, you know, to chill there for a bit. And then up here we have the master bedroom, and then the other arm over here we have another guest bedroom. And again, for all the guest bedrooms, these like, you know, these little like statue houses, they're not meant to live there forever. They're just meant to have like, you know, for, you know, a small visit or a couple days or whatever you need to be over there. And that's pretty much it. But it came out amazing. One of my favorite actual houses for the actual like statue designs. And yeah, we're gonna get started on actually building this right now. So for the beginning, guys, we're going to need red wool. We're going to need white wool. We're gonna need light blue wool. We need white hardened clay, blue wool, yellow wool, lime wool, and then we're gonna need a few other things as we get to the end. But for right now, that's all we're gonna need. Let's get started. Alright guys, we're gonna get started right now using the red wool. If you guys do me a huge favor before we get started and hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Like I said, it just takes 1 second and I would really appreciate it. But anyway, let's get started. As always, if at any point in the video you guys feel like I'm going too fast, you can always pause or rewind it in order to catch up. But starting off, we're gonna be placing 1 red wool and we're gonna be working to the right here. So we're gonna do 1 red wool, then 2 white wool. 1, 2. Then a space of 2 right here, so our door is gonna go. Then 2 white wool, then 1 red wool. All right, just like that. So these 2 little like, you know, things. And we're gonna start on this side again and work over to the right. The exact same thing. So 1 red wool, 2 white wool, a space of 2, then 2 white wool, then a red wool. Next row is gonna be 1 red wool. It's gonna be 6 white wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1 red wool. Then our next row is gonna be 1 red wool, 2 white wool, 1, 2, 2 red wool, 1, 2, 2 white wool, 1, 2, then 1 red wool. All right, so now we're doing this side real quick. So we're gonna come on the inside, go over here on this side of it, and we're gonna be working from the bottom here. So what you're gonna do is do 1 white wool, then 1 red wool, then 2 white wool. Oops, and then 2 white wool. Then do the same thing on this side. 1 white wool, 1 red wool, 2 white wool. All right. So now what you're gonna do is on this side, you're gonna connect to this side. So what you're gonna do is from here, you're gonna do 2 red wool, 1, 2, then 2 white wool, 1, 2, then 2 red wool, 1, 2. And then now that part's out of the way, we're gonna do the pants. And that for what we're gonna do is come to the bottom here with the light blue wool, and we're gonna go all the way back, a total of 13 blocks, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And do the same thing over here on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Now I want you to just fill in both sides till it gets to the same height as the actual like shoes we have over there. So we're 1 block away, 1 more, and then we're gonna do the, you know, I know on the other side there is a windows, but trust me, it's a little bit easier if we just do the legs first. Like just get the whole thing built, and then we'll add our windows and we'll add our little detail stuff like that. Just better just get this out the way, and so instead of having to work around all that. So yeah, it's just easier. So once you have that done, you're gonna go ahead and take this light blue wool, and you're gonna take this whole center area here and just fill this in as well. Or just take it all the way to the back. If you have a swiftness potion, that obviously would help you a lot. But if you don't have to worry about it. I'm just gonna keep doing it like this, just to, you know, moving at the same speed for you guys. All right, almost to the back here. And then once you do get to the back, we can just close it up because it is just blue wool back here as well. If you want to add a window here, you could, but it's not really necessary. But I'm not going to do that right now. So just add the light blue wool, and boom, now his little legs are out of the way. So now we're going to add his body on top of this really quickly. So let's get started on his body. Okay, so for his body, what we're going to do is this. So you're going to come basically all the way 4 blocks, or yeah, 4 blocks in. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 from the back. And from here, we're going to go to this side, to the right side, a total of just all the way across light blue wool, just like this. Sorry if that was hard to explain or hard to understand, but again, came to the back basically, went in 4 blocks, and went all the way across with the row of light blue wool. Next row, the exact same thing. Okay, and we're working up in rows just like this. Then our next row is gonna be 1 light blue. Then it's gonna be our light blue stained glass panes or regular glass, whatever you have available to you. And it's gonna be 6 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1 light blue wool. Next row, same exact thing. I'm gonna go sideways here, it's a little bit easier. and then finish it up with the light blue wool. Okay, next row is going to be 3 rows of light blue wool. So just 3 more rows just like this. So 1, 2, and 3. And then our next row is going to be like this. It's going to be a total of 4 light blue wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 red wool. Then 3 light blue to finish it up. 1, 2, 3. Next row is going to be 3 light blue wool. 1, 2, 3. 1 red wool. Then 4 light blue wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next row is going to be 1 light blue wool, 1 red wool, 4 light blue wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 red wool. Then 1 light blue wool. Next row is going to be 2 white blue wool. 1, 2. 4 white wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 light blue wool. 1, 2. I keep mixing up light blue wool and white wool because they sound very similar, kind of. And then the last row is going to be 2 light blue wool, then 4 red wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the final row our final 2 blocks would be light blue wool, 2 light blue wool. All right, and I'll back up so you can pause and take a look at that if you need to, just like that. So this is what you guys should have all together right now. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add his arm right here, and we're gonna do that by just going like this. Get the white hardened clay. And starting this bottom block right here, we're going to pull it out a total of 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we're going to do is the next row, I'm just going to be going in rows, just like this, rows of 4 all the way up. So the next 2 rows are red wool. So 1, 2. Next row is going to be blue. Then the row after that's yellow. Then lime wool. Then white. Then yellow. Then blue. Then lime, then white, then finish it up with red, just like that. Okay, so now we have this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these back. Well, what you can do first is you can just take this white hardened clay and bring that out by 3, but bring it back by 3. I mean, so 1, 2, and 3. And then you're gonna take all of these around this little curvature, just like this. So I'm gonna take this red wool. I'm gonna bring it around like this. Because it's just going to connect to our back right here, which the back is going to be in a second. So just take all these colors and bring them around like this. Just basically closing everything up. Alright, then our white wool. Then our yellow. Then blue. Takes a little bit of time because you keep switching between them in your inventory, but you know, you might want to organize them in a row, like, well, a little bit late now, but I was going to say you might want to organize them, and then over right here, you should take it all the way across. I was going to say you could organize them in, like, that order, so you don't have to, you just go like this, but anyway, too late. And now what we're going to do is in the back here, just take the light blue wool all the way up to the exact same height as the front. So on this back block here, I'm going to take this all the way up until it gets to the top. And then once I get there, we can start by adding the right arm, and then we're pretty much like we're just moving through is pretty fast, actually, faster than I thought we were going to. So we're almost done pretty much. We have to do the arm, then the head, and then do a little decorative stuff, and we're done. So let's just get to the top though first. I'm gonna try and do this in the least amount of takes as possible, or like not takes, but I mean cuts. Try and do this like 1 take if I can. So there you go. That's that part right there. And now we're gonna add the right or left arm, technically, yeah. So left arm. And what we're gonna do for that is we're gonna come over here and this top piece right here, and connect this right here, 1, 2, and then go down by 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then right here connect these. So it's basically leaving this 2x2 space here, and everything below this you're just gonna fill in with the light blue. This is just so we know this is where our arm's gonna be, is in these 4 blocks right here. And how we're gonna do this is basically we're gonna get started on the exact same like path, pattern basically. And how we're gonna start that is just by looking at, or I'm gonna show you how to do it, but I'm gonna like basically have to match the pattern up. So I'm trying to find like a image on my computer of the exact same color scheme so I don't mess up. So back here on these 4 blocks here, we're gonna take these back 4 blocks with the red wool and add rows of 4 coming out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Sorry if that was confusing, but just like that. All right. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to take the same pattern all the way this way. So the next row is going to be white. So I'm going to start right here and go all the way or up until I get to right here. I'm going to leave this open because this is going to be my access point into the actual arm later on when we get inside the house. Then the next color is going to be lime green. So taking this all the way, connecting it back to the body. Then the next color is going to be blue. Taking it all the way until it connects to the body. And then right here it's going to change. We're going to actually do the full actual square. But the next one's going to be yellow wool. So I'm going to take this all the way around and then connect it. And then the next one's going to be white. Just like that. Then lime. Then yellow. Then blue. Ooh, jeez. Then 2 red wool. 2 rows of the red wool, just like that. And if I'm moving too quickly, you can always look at that arm. It's the exact same pattern. And then the last row is going to be just filling in completely with the hardened white clay. Just like this. Alright, boom, just like that. So yeah, we're moving through this really fast, guys. So that's actually it right here on this piece. The whole body is pretty much done. We have to, again, do the interior. But for now, we're done with that. So now let's add our head. So for this, what you guys do is basically where this whole, where basically the arms aren't, you're going to fill this whole area in with the white stained clay really quickly. Just like this. And then once you fill this all the way in, I want you guys to come out by the front by 2 blocks. So 1, then 2, and then on the back, same thing. Then 1, and then on this last row, it's going to be a little different. So right now, I want you guys to get the resources for this. We're going to need to have out, where is the clays at? We're going to need to have out the white clay, the orange hardened clay. We're going to need to have orange wool, white wool, and then we're also going to need to get a block of quartz if we have that available to us, just like that. And we're also going to need to get out a blue stained glass pane, or any glass pane, it really doesn't matter, just like that. Okay, now we're going to work on his head. So for this, again, I remember we're coming off by 2 rows. So on this row though, it's going to be 2 white hardened clay, then 4 orange wool, then 2 white hardened clay, just like that. Alright, so now we're going to come back to the front here, and we're going to start working on his face. So the face, what you're going to do first is going to be 3 white hardened clay. So 1, 2, 3. Then 2 white wool, 1, 2. Then 3 white hardened clay, 1, 2, 3. And we're just working on that first block, like that first platform we added here. Next row is going to be 2 white hardened clay, 1, 2. Then 4 white wool, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 clay, 1, 2. Next row is going to be a full row of clay. Okay, our next row after that's going to be 1 of the block of quartz, then 1 blue stained glass pane, then 1 orange hardened clay, then a spacing, or not spacing, 2 white hardened clay, 1, 2, then 1 orange hardened clay, then 1 blue stained glass, then 1 block of quartz. Then starting back on the left side here, it's going to be 2 of the orange hardened clay, 1, 2. Then it's going to be 4 of the white hardened clay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 orange hardened clay, 1, 2. Next row is going to be just like this. It's going to be a total of 4 of the white hardened clay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to be 4 orange clay, or orange wool, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last row for the face here is going to be a full row of orange wool. And I'll back up one more time so you guys can pause, take a look at that if you need to. Just like that. Okay, so let's get started on adding his actual like hair really quickly. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to get the white hardened clay out and just do the actual like side of his face. And for that, what we're going to do is we're going to take from right here, we're going to go back a total of 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Next row, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next row, we're just going to go ahead and do 2 blocks. So 1, 2. Then this one right here, we're just going to do 1. All right, and then on this side, we're going to do the exact same thing. So just mimic that. That side over there. Boom, just like that. And then the sides are going to be completely orange wool after you get that done. And let me know how you guys like this one take thing. Like, you know, normally I put like a cut in between each part, so like, you know, I can just skip like me grabbing the materials and stuff. But I don't know. Some of you guys like this one take thing. It's a little bit smoother, I think. But if you guys want me to go back to the old style, then we can do that. But it's just up to you guys, really. It's all about making sure you guys enjoy it and it's easy for you guys to build the stuff. So just let me know. All right, so that part's filled in there. And now on the top, you can decide whether you want like a sunroof or not, because this is going to be a bedroom eventually. But for me, I don't want a sunroof, so I'm just going to close this up with the orange wool. And then I do want a window though, so what I'm going to do for my window is I'm just going to show you right now. We're going to go all the way to the bottom here. And on the bottom, we're going to do a row of the orange wool. And on the top, we're going to do a row of the orange wool. And then everything else here, I'm going to turn into a window. And again, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But for me, I'm going to use the orange stained glass panes. And I'm just going to take this all the way up to the top. And then once I get up, then boom, I have my actual, you know, head window right there. It looks pretty cool if you ask me. And now that we have that out the way, we're gonna start actually decorating him. So let's do the knife really quickly, and then we can actually start on the windows. So for the knife, that part's extremely easy. All we're gonna do get out basically is a black wool. We're going to need to get out some hardened gray, or I think it's cyan clay, and we're also going to need to get out one stone slab. Super simple. So all we're gonna do is come over here to the hand, and one block in, and then one block in and one block to the left. This block right here, we're gonna do a black wool. Then out here we're gonna do a slab, and then on this one right here we're gonna go up by a total of, we'll say 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on this one we're gonna do 7. And that just depends how big you want your knife to be. For me, that's a good size for the knife. It's a super big knife, to be honest, which is a small doll. But anyway, that's a good size knife. And that's it for the actual body. So now we're going to start by adding the windows really quickly. And for the windows on the outside of Chucky, what we're going to do is basically come to right here where the actual hand is. And you're going to go diagonal 2 blocks. So 1, 2. And from right here, you're going to go down 2 blocks. And then you're going to go all the way. And so you're basically, I think it's like, what, 2 blocks away from this piece right here. So you're just going to go from right here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 blocks. And you should be 2 blocks away from the shoes. And then move these as well. And then carry this all the way through. Oops, not like that. Not like that. Almost like that, but not just like that. Okay, so we're just going to carry this all the way through, though, other than that. Wait, what the heck's going on here? How are we not able to... Oh, wait, it is supposed to be like that. My bad. I was thinking, how was it that there's a block above that? But then I realized because we're in a block. Duh. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. All right, and then once we have that done, we can just put our windows in. And for me, I'm going to use the same color of the actual pants by using the light blue stained clay. So for the light blue stained clay, or sorry, light blue stained glass, I mean, we're just gonna go and put these in just like that. All right, and then do the same thing on this side. And boom, just like that. Okay, so now let's get started on actually decorating the inside of our Chucky doll. So let's go ahead and remove everything from our inventory real quickly. And we're gonna get out some oak planks, and we're also gonna get out some doors, any kind of door you want, really. I'm gonna use spruce door. And we're going to remove all this flooring really quickly, just like this. Because you don't really need all of this for the most part. I mean, you can leave grass if you want to make like a garden or something, but kind of pointless otherwise. So let's go ahead and start by removing all this dirt. And we're going to replace with the oak plank. If you guys are going, you know, if you guys want to skip ahead from me, if you guys want to, you can. But, you know, but I'm going to go ahead and do this part really quickly with you guys. If it was like a huge surface area, like I would definitely skip ahead, but not really that much, you know, skipping ahead needed, I don't think, because it's gonna take us a second. So anything you want like the floor to be at, you don't have to do oak planks. So I was saying you can do the floor out of anything really. You can do like polish out of sight. You can do, I don't know, sandstone, whatever you want. But I'm just gonna do oak plank because I like it, and it's like a really easy resource for anybody to get. Okay, and then once we have that done, we're gonna put our door in just like so, and then come back in because now we have to do the next piece. So now we're going to hollow this area out. So I know these back 2 blocks we can completely remove because all the way up is basically just more Chucky. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to get out our ladder really quickly and get some ladders. And these 2 center blocks, we're going to take these all the way up with the ladders until we get into the actual head cavity, and then take it down as well. I don't really like that word cavity, head cavity. Let's just say, I don't know, this hole in his head. Cavity is a weird word. So once you get up here, you know, we're safe. Let's just go back down so we can finish this area. So what we're gonna do over here is we're gonna make our little, like, you know, floors basically. So the first one is only gonna be a 2 block space. We're gonna leave 2 blocks and then make like a little level, and it comes all the way until it gets to the ladder. Same thing right here, all the way to get to the ladder. Then 3 blocks on this one, so you want to leave 3 blocks below it and bring this all the way. Let me get a night vision potion really quickly so you guys can see everything I'm doing here. We're gonna take this all the way until it gets to the ladder, just like this. Then our last one is just kind of fill this in right here, just because it's a little bit weird looking. And then once you have that done, let's even do this. I think. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Boom, just like that. Okay, so these are our little cavities where we can actually, I'm gonna stop using the word cavity, it's such a gross word. These are our little slots where you can put your stuff in if you need to. And then on this arm over here, you want to bring this all the way back to the ladder as well. So now that we have that out the way, what I'm gonna do in all the rooms, to be honest, is just gonna be, like I said, it's very simplistic because This is not meant for them to live here forever. This is your house. This is just for guests if they want to stay here for a little bit, but they're not supposed to be freeloading, you know? So we're just gonna give them just enough to survive. That's all they need. All right, so over here, we want to do chest. We'll do a furnace, then our beds, and then we'll put a chest over here for them. And then you can put like an anvil there if they want to or whatever, but I'm gonna put a furnace there. Then on all these different slots, again, same thing, just enough to survive. So I'm gonna do a chest, or no chest, I mean a crafting table, a furnace, then our beds, and then 2 chests. And you can only do 2 because you can only open chests on top of each other, but if you put one right here, it's not gonna be able to open. So just like that, you can put a painting there if you want to. Then our next row, same thing, just boom, boom, boom. Just gonna get through this with you guys really quickly. Then down here, same thing, boom, boom. Oop, we can't do it on this one. I forgot. This is for your least favorite friend because he can only have 1 chest. I feel so bad, but for your least favorite friend, or you know, somebody you're not really that close to, they could have that room where it only has 1 chest. And then you take all the way back up here, and then this is the master bedroom. So you have a little bit of everything. You have your beds here. You're gonna have 2 chests on both sides of you, and then you're gonna have a crafting table, a furnace, and we're gonna give you the works. You know, you're gonna have everything. So we're gonna get out the give you a brewing stand, we're gonna need an anvil, you're gonna need a jukebox. I mean, you're the head of household, you need everything. So you're gonna get the anvil, you're gonna get the nether chest or ender chest, the jukebox, and we're even gonna give you, you might need to get thirsty up here, you know, so you're gonna get a cauldron with some water, and we'll put our brewing stand on top of our furnace, just like this. Alright, so that's actually it though, guys. This thing came out awesome if you ask me. Down here you can put like a little couch right here if you want like a walkway. It's up to you guys. Really simple to make a simple couch in this window, couch over this window, and then like a rug that goes through here to the actual ladders. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's actually it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I build loads of crazy stuff on Minecraft all of the time, as you guys can see on this world here, all kinds of crazy stuff. So definitely subscribe for that stuff and much more. But as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.